Hey, welcome to ZedTalk 14, man. I'm here with the punk band LSD, Lucid Smog Disorder. What's happening, guys?
Not too much.
Hey,
How you
hey,
doing,
hey,
brother?
not too much.
Yeah, so basically, I remember it was Zed Night 4, it was the last one. And Jack, you came in, you were playing bass for Sterling,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
about a year back.
Strangers. That would have been. I think that was the last show that I definitely played in before the pandemic hit. Shrove Tuesday, they call it. Pancake Tuesday.
I like pancakes.
Yeah. You put that show on. It was a lot of fun. Supermarket's a great venue, and I mean, I'll always remember it being the last show before the pandemic.
We love the
But
supermarket.
yeah, Supermarket's a good time.
I love Supermarket too, man. Great sound and like a nice, size room, and it's just a great place.
Yeah,
We want to
sound guy
keep,
was
yeah,
really nice too,
we want to
which
keep
doesn't happen too
supermarket
often.
alive too.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I saw you guys were doing. I saw you rocking a Save Toronto Music Venues shirt.
Yeah. I got in touch with Ashley the day of that show, and I said, yeah, I want to wear one of your shirts, support the cause, donate a little bit of money. So yeah, she came by that very day, right to my place, and hooked me up with a shirt. I got to wear it. It's awesome. The spikes are seeing towers. It's awesome.
And a great cause.
And a great cause, yes. And so we're looking to do a little bit more with them in the upcoming weeks. Um, they're gonna put out a compilation CD with a whole bunch of bands from Toronto, and our single "The Walls Talk to Me" is gonna be on it. So
Excited to
look
be
for
part of
that too
that.
in the next few weeks.
And I think a lot of the proceeds are going to be going
Oh,
right. I have a
Maggie,
dog. That's her mascot of Lucid Smog Disorder.
she
Uh,
wants to go in.
she wants to be in on the podcast, but we're really excited because I think a lot of the proceeds from this CD are going to be going right towards the venues that
Yeah,
are on this list.
yeah. Venues like I believe Sneaky D's, The Hard Luck,
Yeah, great,
Cherry
great venues.
Colas is in trouble too. So definitely a good thing to support. And yeah, the CD should be coming out soon. I believe the Flatliners donated a song for it too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think our logo will be in there because we've been repping them a lot in the last little bit. I think it's important just as people that like play at venues, like you want to support as much as you can. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Now more than ever.
yeah. The more and more we're recording at home and trying to do it online, the more and more we miss being in an actual room with people playing rock and roll. Uh,
absolutely. And like, so as Lucid Smog Disorder, like, I think you guys have like come together like during this pandemic. Am I wrong?
Completely.
no, you're absolutely right. I've been writing songs for a really long time, and have been trying to get kind of this project going. Not really with a name or a real direction, just kind of looking for a band to play with that were willing to put out some of these songs and work on them. And when the pandemic hit and Sterling and the Birdwatchers kind of went their separate ways, I thought, there's no better
Yeah.
time. Pandemic's been a good lesson in living life while you've got life to live. So, um, yeah, messaged Darren because I was back in Toronto. I was living in Collingwood before, and we've been getting together for almost a year now and really hashing out these tunes. And we finally got the last two pieces, Jack and Pedro. Uh, so yeah, we're doing shows and we're looking to put out an album hopefully by end of summer, early fall.
Amazing, man, amazing. And we'll get into that. I'm gonna ask you all about the
Yeah, no,
For
upcoming
sure.
sure.
album in a bit. But you guys, so all members of the band, have you guys been in other bands like before this one?
Yeah, so I mean, it's been a couple of years for me. Growing up in high school, I played in a couple, punk rock bands. I played in a band called Nothing Is Written. Played in a band called All Day Breakfast. So as an underage, rocker back then, it was hard for me to play gigs. So everything I did was a showcase. Rocking with Supernova or Johnnyland. And
Johnnyland.
playing at venues like the Opera House, and the Great Hall. So I couldn't really book a proper gig as an under 19-year-old piece of shit like I was back then. But now that things are a little different and I'm a little bit older, I'm looking forward to getting back on stage with this motherfucker here.
Amazing, dope. I love the energy, man. So yeah, it's so true, man. Like when I was younger, there was always that weird pocket of time, I think, for every like musician where they're not old enough to play the venues yet, but
Yeah.
they don't want to play like the high school battle of bands anymore.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. And I got to tell you, I did that battle of the bands thing, and we almost got thrown off stage for saying "fuck" 3 times on the mic.
Was it a lyric or just
It
going
was
for
lyric.
it? Okay. All right. Cool.
So
That's censorship, man.
we changed it to schmuck.
Nice. Nice. And yeah, no, it's kind of like that. And the other guys, other than you, then I guess like the guys who aren't here right now, they
They've
would.
been singing for a while. They're in a couple other projects too. You know, like I said, Black Budget is I think their main thing right now, which I might be playing a little bit of bass for. So check them out too. But you know, stuff like that also makes sense these times when you can't be mingling with that many people, and it's as hard as it is to get together with people. So keep the numbers small, share your art, and create together. But yeah, they've been playing in bands for forever. They're in a couple cover bands, I think, too, that are just on hiatus because of the pandemic. So well-trained musicians all around.
Yeah. How long have you guys been playing?
Together, we've been playing for about a year.
About a year now, yeah.
We've known each other for 10 years or so, though. Grew up in the same area and kind of knew each other from around and knew each other played instruments. So we would occasionally get together and play music, but it wasn't until, yeah, about September we really started putting our heads down.
It's been a long time coming. You know, I love playing guitar, and I've been playing guitar since I was a kid, but I love playing guitar with another person who loves playing guitar much more,
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
especially now.
Exactly. No, it's needed. And what are some of your guys' influences?
A
Yeah.
lot of 90s punk, 80s punk, 70s, like we love the
Ramones.
Ramones.
Yeah.
No band rocks harder than
Yeah.
the Ramones. Other bands like Husker Du, Green Day, Blink 182,
Yeah, Replacements.
Lagwagon, Replacements, yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Green Day, yeah.
Minor Threat. I think we kind of like not fucking around with effects too much. Like obviously we dip our toes into that world. It's there, and why wouldn't you? But this project's more focused on, excuse me, just plugging in and going for it. You know, breaking a
100%.
sweat and maybe cutting your finger open on your guitar.
And we're excited for Toronto to hear a sound that the music industry really needs right now, and songs that people can just have fun with and forget about all the shit going on. So that's we're pumped to get that out there. Toronto's got has no idea what's coming.
Great. So, what is this whole album like? What's sort of the aesthetic? What's the what's the like high energy fun?
Yeah, high energy fun. It's got a fast, aggressive kind of attitude, pessimistic yet hopeful lyrics. 3-part harmonies. We're still working on the overall kind of trajectory of it, theme, but yeah, it'll take it kind of on like the history of rock and roll through our own little filter, I suppose.
And how are you guys recording this?
We're doing it all at Darren's basement, basically.
And it's been great, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a buddy in Wasaga, Carson, and he is dropping down all the drum tracks and just sending them our way. And then we're recording all the bass, guitar, and vocals down here. Maybe a little bit of sax and clarinet. We'll see what happens.
And that's the magic of recording in a house. You know, 1 hour we're putting an amp and recording it inside a dryer, and the next we're putting vocals and a bass amp in a shower. So we've really been able to explore the magic of
Experimentation
and freedom
recording techniques.
that we have right at our fingertips.
Yeah.
Yeah, on our own goddamn time.
No, for sure. Yeah, it's tough to be on someone else's time when you're really passionate about what you want to make. So
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
talk to me about The Walls Talk to Me.
Hmm.
The Walls Talk to Me is a song I wrote maybe 2019, some winter of 2019, and it was kind of at a point when at a point in my life when I was dealing with a lot of mental health things, and I feel like I was kind of self-medicating too, and I took a night to reflect on my behavior, and I kind of thought, what was the root of my mental health? Was it actually maybe the self-medication? And that's kind of what the wall talk to me is, turning tricks to the same old fix again. It's kind of questioning, maybe are you self-medicating or feeling this way to self-medicate, or are you self-medicating because you feel this way? That's kind of what I was questioning then, and that's kind of what the song, I guess, is to me. um, yeah.
It's a fun song, really fun song. Play and to hear as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we put that out May 17th, the same day we played album combo. And yeah, it's out on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere you can listen to
Yeah,
music.
basically everywhere. Yeah.
Um, check that shit out. You can also buy it on our website or Bandcamp too. It's just $1.
Oh yeah, everybody check that out. Yeah, just $1, guys. Give $1. Uh,
$1. And dare I say, we have these wonderful
Yeah, yeah,
homemade
these
T-shirts
T-shirts.
made by this crazy man here.
oh,
I
dude, I need to get one.
We're gonna set
spray
you
paint
up.
them in my
Yeah,
backyard
Awesome.
you got that.
with a stencil.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
they
kind
feel
of just
good.
support the album so we can help. Not so we can help, so you can help us put it out properly.
Yeah. No, man, I love it when songs come from like a real place like that. On terms of like the recording process for the Walls Talk to Me, was that like a basement thing as well?
Yeah, actually, we did the drums a little differently with that one. Our friend Matt Yitung, who's an awesome writer. If you're into good journalism, check out Matt Yitung's writing. He grew up in the neighborhood, so we knew him from high school, and he came over and we set up the drum kit in my parents' basement when they were away at the cottage one weekend, and rented a whole bunch of mics from Long McQuaid and just did it ourselves. And then I recorded the guitars and bass just in my apartment in downtown. So it was really lo-fi, kind of free, basically. Just wanted to get something out there.
Yeah. Is it dope to like have these songs that you're singing, you were writing and all that? Because I remember watching Sterling play, and I don't want to ask you like questions about Sterling, but I'm just curious because you were like playing bass in there. And I remember you were doing lead vocals on a few songs, but I remember Sterling was mostly singing.
Yeah, I didn't like have a problem with that at all for that band. You know, when you're in different projects, you kind of find your role and you live that role and you embrace it. But definitely, I've been sitting on some of these songs for quite some time, really trying to push them out and get them out there. Without compromising my artistic integrity. But there was a point in Stilling the Birdwatchers where I might have wanted a little more creative input, and I feel like it was kind of difficult at the end when we were all living in different places. Sterling was in Toronto, I was in Collingwood, so was Duncan. Um, we were just kind of rehearsing at gigs. You'd show up and be like, "All right, we did this a few weeks ago. We're
Yeah.
gonna do it again," and that's when we'd see each other. Um, but yeah, it's really cool, and there's always that anxiety when you've been sitting on something for so long about finally putting it out, and trying to get it as perfect as you can.
Yeah.
But it's always gonna sound different than it does in your head. Um, but
Yeah.
it's coming. It's gonna be out. So whether you like it or not, it's gonna be here.
Whether you like it, that should be the name of the album, whether you like it or
You're
not.
gonna
Yeah,
write that down.
Yeah, because you said that The Walls Talk to Me was something that you had in 2019, right?
yeah, yeah. There's some songs that are older than
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
There's more, or I would say around that time, maybe a little after. But yeah, this project's kind
2016.
of been coming together for me, since 2016, just writing and rewriting, and it's interesting you're talking about Sterling and the Birdwatchers. The bass parts for these songs were really, really simple and rudimentary when I first wrote these songs, and I've got demos from when they was first hashing them out, and they're terrible. They're fucking awful.
Yeah.
So it's like
I
I'm
bet
a
for that.
much better musician now, and
Yeah.
playing with much better musicians now. These songs are in a place that I didn't foresee them when I wrote them, and it's really cool to kind of grow up a little bit with a song, and it's like a nice pair of shoes. They look spiffy when you first buy them, but they're really comfortable after a few months. So I feel like that's kind of where we're at with these songs too, and it's nice that Darren and I have been playing for so long now that he's really comfortable with them too,
Yeah.
and has grown into them
Oh,
as
for
well.
sure.
So yeah, we're really excited, and we just want to do it right too.
Sweet.
They're great songs. They're kind of like adopted children now.
Yeah, yeah, you get to raise them a little yourself, and
Yeah,
I put my own little spin. It's
you know
lovely.
what? But they really raise you.
Yeah, sure. If you want
yeah,
to put it away.
yeah, so proud. Dude, so I feel like by around this fall, um, things will be different. Like, y'all just played at El Macombo, but I feel like, there's gonna be more opportunities to play. I think. Um, knock on wood. But
Knock, yes, sure. We
yeah,
knock on wood for you.
beauty. Okay, so now I know it's gonna happen. But so what do you guys want to do the moment that you can be out and playing again? Like, what are sort of your ambitions for that?
Play as much as you
Yeah. Oh
can
yeah.
anywhere in front of everybody.
We want to take it by
We'd
storm.
love to do. I always wanted to tour the U.S., but fuck that shit. We are going to the east coast of Canada. I think is the first move. Um, you don't have to worry about visas, and everything that comes with the USA right now. Mostly the visas. But Canada, especially out going east, has got a really cool music culture, and there's a lot of really cool stops along the way, and a lot of friends that we've made in bands from playing in
Yep.
Ontario, and people coming to play here. So it'd be really cool to go out and see where they live and meet their people, and you know, spread the LSD.
Spread the yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah, and promote this album like as much as possible, right?
All
Yeah,
right,
hell
that's
yeah.
it. But
Yeah,
just get on stage and feel the energy of the people again.
I can.
Yeah, I feel
And
like that's
that's
a really interesting part of recording this album too. Is it was written kind of almost like as a live set. Um, One song goes right into the next, and it's interesting to kind of take a step back and try to capture that live energy that we haven't really got to experience in so long. Um, it's almost like trying to remember a taste of like a food from a restaurant you had
Yeah.
a few months ago, and you're like, "What? It's right there, but I can't. I don't know
Yeah.
how to explain it to you."
Exactly.
So like that's something we've been really working hard on capturing in this record, and now that things are opening up, we're really excited, and it's awesome.
And to see a better world, happier people, less angry assholes.
Hopefully, a better world. Yeah.
Yeah. So how
Less,
do the songs kind of go into each other? Like you said that it's kind of like a set list. Uh,
Yeah, it's kind of like a Ramones set where it's
yeah.
the songs have similar tempos and keys. Um, and there's a bit of like a flow to it, and we've like been talking a lot about production, like feedback stuff that would loop into the next song, and some effects. uh, so that's kind of where we're trying to add the creative thing with the effects, whereas the songs are kind of stripped down. um, but there's always like time in between, to do a little something extra. So there might be some surprises.
Experiment.
um,
We have fun. Yeah.
yeah.
We put on a show, and we can't wait to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, we should be putting on our own live stream sometime. Or we were talking maybe about doing like a live EP in the basement too, where we're recording this
Yeah,
song.
exactly. Taking advantage of what we got right here.
Yeah.
you mentioned that you have a lot of other bands that you're friends with like around Ontario. Like who would some of those guys be?
It's a good question.
Well, Black
Yeah.
Budget's definitely
Gotta be
one
Black.
of them. Like that's Pedro's
Yeah.
band. We've got back in contact with Frankie the Pig. I met Charlie at one of the last gigs before the pandemic too, and Sterling the
Yeah.
Birdwatchers, and they were supposed to gig together. I think at Houndstooth maybe, or maybe there was just talks about it. But anyways, I reconnected with them I think a few weeks ago, and so hopefully there's something coming out of that. And their music's awesome. We're big fans of theirs.
Goodbye Honolulu.
Goodbye Honolulu. We're also big fans of theirs.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Smear. Smear was a band that we were
Yeah.
into for a while. I don't know if they're still making music together since the pandemic, but we were good friends with them before too.
We love Toronto bands. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's crazy because I was thinking like Frankie the Pig and you guys have like a similar kind of, like pop punky like vibe
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Great guys.
yeah.
Yeah, I
We're
didn't even know you guys like got in contact with them. That's crazy.
Yeah, we haven't been in real close contact, but we've just kind of the seeds have been dropped between these two projects, so maybe something in the future.
Definitely
once we can
something in the
start putting
future.
bands on bills again.
Some magic to be made.
Yeah, there's a lot of awesome opportunities in the future. I feel like everything's on track to be really cool once we can just get out and have, like you said, like putting bills together is like a really fun thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how many connections you can make just from meeting new bands. And Blanks is another one that we liked. Blanks are awesome too. If you want to check out some more music.
And just create a little bit of a musical orgasm once everything opens up.
Yeah, man. Uh, yeah. So other than like the punk kind of stuff, the like rock kind of stuff, like what are some of your favorite artists that are not sort of like in the punk world?
I've been
Yeah.
listening to a lot of 50s music lately. Like the Temptations and Del Shannon. Um, who else? Dion. I guess there's a lot of 60s, but like kind of doo-wop, Motown kind of stuff. Back when the BMV by my place was open, I'd go to the dollar bin and get like a swing record or like a big band jazz thing. So I was really into like clarinet music too, and kind of the big band thing. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, we might actually put some clarinet on our record because of that. Um,
I mean, I'm really big. Yeah, I really love Devo, but I also really love the Misfits. So I can go in so many different directions. I was raised on the Beatles, man. Who can't
yeah,
fucking go wrong with the Beatles?
yeah, I've been listening to the Beatles a lot.
Um,
I find.
oh, there's so much that I love. I could talk about this for hours.
Yeah, there's a lot
We
of
should,
music. Yeah.
Yeah,
we definitely should. Really could talk about music for hours.
Yeah, I mean, well, your melodies, I mean, on The Walls Talk to Me, like it's a very melody strong record. Like, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't necessarily say like Beatlesy like because there's a lot of punk that has like great melodies too.
hmm
But yeah.
yeah.
We
Thank you.
appreciate
That
that.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually didn't spend that much time on that song. To be honest, it kind of just was out there, and it's one of those ones that you didn't have to work on that much. Um, yeah, I really that melody always stays with me too, um, and the harmonies kind of bring it all together.
I often find that after I play that, I'll walk away, and if I'm taking a piss or if I'm having a smoke or something, I'll just be the walls talk to
Right,
me,
right.
and it's just there. But
Yeah,
that's the amazing thing about music and what we create. And in a sense, we leave a little bit of a lucid smog with you when you leave.
Is lucid smog disorder like a legit disorder?
God no.
No, we
No?
made that up.
Like,
We
depends
should
how
put
you
that
want to
out there.
classify
Yeah,
legitimate.
Yeah.
you can make what you will of it.
You're not gonna find
Yeah,
it in a medical textbook, but it means something to us. So,
exactly.
How'd you
That's a
come
good
up with
question.
it?
um,
Good question.
we were calling ourselves Beverly for a very long time. Um, a lot of these songs were written when I lived on this street, Beverly Street in Kingston. And the title track, I think, maybe not title track. I didn't say that. There's a song on the record called Beverly, which is my favorite song. Um, so yeah, I was just lazy, I guess, and was calling the whole thing Beverly. But there's a group from Brooklyn, which are actually pretty cool, named Beverly, without the E at the end. We were Ley, they're just Ly. So we were like, change it. We gotta change it.
We did.
Something original. Um, and just hours, I guess, of brainstorming and spitballing.
And a lot of stupid names.
Stupid names, and we're like, fuck it, it'd be so funny if it's just LSD. What a cliche, what a
Yeah.
stupid thing.
Why
It's
not?
hilarious. And Lucid Smog is a cool kind of juxtaposition. Lucid and Smog they're like complete opposite words. Um,
And as soon as he said it, I said, I feel like I have lucid smog disorder, not even knowing what it was.
Right.
And I
yeah,
think a lot of us have kind of
yeah,
been feeling lucid smog disorder lately, whether we know what it is or not.
yeah. To me, it kind of means you have to fog yourself up sometimes to see clearly.
That's beautiful. Yeah. I think so I think it really is a thing. I think technically it is a thing now. Yeah.
Hey, I like it. There we go.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
fact that it's an LSD acronym is just it's just a little cherry on
We'll
top.
see how far it takes us.
Yeah, like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, basically.
That's
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Speaking of which, are there any like trippy songs on the album?
Um, Eventually inside my head.
there's some trippy stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Not like things that are gonna like take you somewhere else, like a Pink Floyd song.
But perhaps something to come in the
Um,
future.
Yeah, maybe you'll see that more in our live shows.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
yeah, definitely opportunity for improv there.
Yeah.
right.
Definitely some trippy stuff we've created in, some practices.
Yeah, there will be hopefully some surprises on the record though, so definitely check it out.
Yeah, yeah. And that's September. It's coming September.
I think,
We're going for September.
Yeah, I mean, hey, when it's ready to come out, it'll come out.
Yeah, yeah.
that's the goal.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
exactly.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you guys for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you,
It's
man.
really
This
nice
was
to talk
awesome.
to somebody.
Yeah. Anyway, ZedTalk 14. Thank you guys for coming back. Check out Lucid Smog Disorder on Spotify, Apple Music. The Walls Talk to Me out right now. Save Toronto music venues as well. They're going to be on the compilation CD. We're going to be posting all about that. And thank you for coming back.
Wicked.
Yeah, man. Awesome shit.